Well, good morning and welcome to Zen Fits or Strange Conceits. We're speaking here from Blackstone, Virginia, the center of the world, but then you too are the center of the world. So the title of this talk is It's Toasted. Remember Don Draper and Mad Men? I talk about him a lot. Watched it. I was watching it the third time until Netflix dropped it. And I get so many insights out of it. It's like a gift that keeps on giving. And I've got glare on my glasses here. Let me get the glare out. Let me try here. Okay. If you're looking to see what that is, it says naughty knots. I had a houseboat. We lived on a houseboat in 1969 and 70 in North Miami Beach on a little yacht basin called Rama Yacht Basin. And the name on our houseboat was Naughty Knots. And synchronicity, 2 years later, I found my guru, whose name was Swami Rama. And there's his picture right there. And while I was on that houseboat, right there, I was writing a book of poems called Birth of a Soul by Rama. And then I met Rama. Isn't that interesting? Anyway, I digress. What else is it? Well, never mind. I'll get to those later. Okay, so we're talking about It's Toasted. And Mad Men, it's a mad world. Remember that movie? It's a mad, mad world. It's a mad world. So Mad Men has a lot of different connotations. And then Zorba the Greed said, a man needs a little madness or he'll never cut the rope and be free. You need a little madness. You need a little madness. So the It's Toasted series or episode was probably for me the iconic series of the Mad Men one when the cigarette companies were caught in a double bind. The government required that they post a label on their product saying this is bad for your health. So how can I advertise something that's bad for your health? That's a double bind. They couldn't get out of it. Nobody had a solution. How can you advertise something where you have to say on your ad that this is bad for your health? It'll kill you. What can you say? Doctors recommended? It destroyed all their advertising. It destroyed all their strategies. They were stuck in a double bind. See, no matter what you do in a double bind is a double bind. Not one bind, but a double bind. Two. That means if you go this way, you bind it. If you go that way, but you can't get out. So you go wow, 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 wow. There's an oscillation going on. Wow, wow, wow. Like a ping pong. Wow, 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 wow. Stick a mic in an amplifier. Wow, 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 wow. Turn it off. Either your mind blows up or the amplifier blows up. Turn it off. Turn it off, you see. How do you turn it off? It's toasted. How do you turn it off? I have to share a little something that happened yesterday. I hope my daughter won't mind, but it's really funny. So she was she was looking at this little Nissan and a little car, and we were going to test drive it. So we drove out on the highway. Oh, it runs pretty good, so I had to turn around. So she turned around on a dirt road, but there was no place to turn around, so she kept going into the dirt road, and then she stopped the car cut off. What the fuck? And then it wouldn't start. It just locked up. Wouldn't start. Gear, nothing. The car froze. So there we were in the woods in a car test driving in 100-degree heat. Didn't even know what road we were on. And then if we got found, I can't imagine. So we called the owner up and said, we're stuck here, come get it. And even if we could tell him what road we were on, he would come there and say, what are you doing in the woods with this woman? I thought you said it was your daughter. Anyway, we got the car started and drove on. But it was just, I just bring this up because it's funny. And the optics are funny. The embarrassment, that's a double bind. In other words, no matter what you did in a situation like that, you're stuck. So anyway, so I just bring that up because not that it's like you're toasted. Okay, so that's the other meaning. So when you're in a double bind, you're toasted. Now see the several meanings of toasted mean, it's toasted means, oh, it's good. The bread's toasted, it must be good for you. Do you want it toasted? Yeah, I want a BLT? Yes, toasted too. Do you want it toasted? Yes, that's good. But on the other side, the flip side of it, you're toast. If you're stuck in a double bind, you're toast. It's toasted. You're toast. You see the catch-22 there? You see the madness? You're toast. It's toasted. It's the same. It's toasted. You're toasted. Same words, different meaning. That's madness. That's the catch-22. It's where nothing means anything because everything cancels each other out. We all have moments like that. We all have situations like this. And when we're in one, we discover the wow, 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 wow. Usually what happens when we're stuck, computers do this all the time. You're going along, la-di-da-di-da-di-da, and you push the wrong button, and it locks up and it goes into some kind of space, and whatever you push puts you back into that space. So no matter what you do, you can't get out. So these are computer tape loops are very common. And what usually happens is we just keep doing the same thing over and over again. My mother, when she had a computer, when she got a new computer when she was 100, and I was her tech support. And if she did anything that caused a variation, she would just keep pushing buttons all over again until the computer went crazy, and I couldn't figure out what she'd done. But anyway, we all do this. You lose your keys, and you start looking, and you know they're in the room or in the house, but you start looking in the same place. Well, you look under that map. Well, maybe I missed it the fourth time. You look under the same magazine. Well, maybe I missed it the last time. So one thing we do in a double bind is that we start repeating ourselves because we don't know what to do. So we just keep oscillating. Wow, 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 you see. And that's Zen. The whole purpose of the Zen practice is to create the Zen Koan, or the double bind, where your strategies are exhausted, where all of your plans, all of your strategies, all of your programs, all of your conditioning is stymied, comes up short. How do you get out, you see? You can't get out. You're like Burr Rabbit in the Tar Baby. No matter what you do, you're stuck. America's caught in that right now. No matter what we do, we're stuck, you see. Wow, 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 wow. The double bind. So the madness of the madman, the madness of Catch-22, if you remember that movie, it was about the madness. Catch-22 is a madness. Everything, every yes is no. Every no is yes. Wow, 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 wow. These moments are where you either go into self-destructive violence, shooting somebody else or yourself, the news is full of that, or creativity. This is the conditions, the Catch-22 is the conditions necessary for creativity, for doing something you've never done before, for leaping out, for a breakout, for discovering your true nature. In science, it's called the Greek Archimedes, Eureka, I've found it. or in Zen it's Satori or Kensho, the breakout cone, or the breaking out of the lock of the living in thought and living in the conditioned mind, living in our strategies, living in our record grooves, you know. So what do you do when the record gets stuck and you just repeat the same song over and over and over and over again? You lift the needle. So the catch-22s in our life, the situations where we get caught in a lose-lose, you see, that's when you have to lift the needle off the record. And when you lift the needle off the record, you have no idea what's going to happen because it's unconditioned. You've never been there before. And that is your true nature, a place you've never been before, a you've never been before, a way of acting, a creative act, a surprise, a madness, you see. That's why Zorba says, a man needs a little madness, or else he will to cut the rope, or else he will never be free. Never be free, you see. It's toasted. It's toasted is a leap out of the double bind into a new world, a new way of being, a laughter. So it's toasted is a laughter of freedom, of breaking out of the double bind of our conditioned mind. It's the laughter is unconditioned. Laughter is an equivalent to a Zen Satori or Eureka. You see, laughter it's toasted rather than, oh, you're toasted. You see. Thanks for dropping in. Have some toast.